What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Roddy's Rides. I'm your host Roddy. In today's video I have two new products that I want to be testing out. But first of all, if you haven't gone back and watched the last video, I did a headlight restoration kit, and I also did a chin spoiler repaint and just did a couple little things to the Mustang to make it look a little bit better. But first things first, I think today, since my dad did install these nice, beautiful LEDs inside the shop, I want to use the shop space. So this is my dad's Shelby Cobra kit car. So this is a factory 5 car with a 302 motor, and it barely made 270 horsepower. But we have another motor that should be coming out of the shop, and we should be swapping that into here. So this thing should be a lot quicker and sound beautiful. So I'm going to pull this out and park this out there, but the main goal is I'm going to try to do this quick today because I do not want this sitting outside for a long period of time because my dad will. So let's swap cars and I'll show you what products I have for today's video. So let's get cranking. Alright, e-brake is up, neutral. Make it chop more though. Alright, so in today's episode we are going to be testing out this radiator relief for diesels, but wait, I'll get to that. And then a chill charger for the water to air intercooler. So everything I've read online, yes, at first when I ordered this, I thought this was a mistake because it says diesels on it. Obviously I do not have a diesel, right? But everything I've read online, that this should still work. It's just for coolant. You're not supposed to mix coolants and all this. This should be fine. And also, I'm not dumping this entire thing. I have to do every ounce per gallon or quarter or something like that. Where this, I'm pretty sure I just dumped the whole thing in. But since I have two separate coolant tanks, these will both at least drop the temperature, I'm assuming, by at least 10 to 15 degrees in each one. This one claims run up to 30 degrees colder. Do I really need that? Probably not. But I would much rather have my car always running colder because that's better for the car and it should make more power. It kind of blocks the light. But if you come in here and if you come look at this radiator hose, well, first of all, you can see how damn close it comes to that belt. But after the video of me actually getting it running and driving, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's two chunks in this hose that have been eaten away by this belt, and I don't know how this hasn't punctured. I zip tied this all up together nice and neat. Not really. And it kind of helped, but still it's rubbing. This is a hazard. This could cause this line to burst and me lose all my coolant. And I really don't want to do that because I don't really have money to fix it. So in today's episode, main goal is I'm going to try to yank this off, try to clip whatever connectors underneath here, and then just get another piece of coolant hose that fits that runs up here, and I'll just replace this little elbow. But okay, so for the most part, I got most of the coolant out. At the bottom of the tank is what's left, and I'm going to be assessing this line that attaches to the right side of the intercooler. So here's my thought process. I think I'm going to take the air compressor hose, and I think I'm going to pop this little hose clamp off, and I think I'm going to blow air into this, and I'm hoping that's going to take the coolant that's either in this hose, which I don't think there's any because it would be running into here, but blow air into this to push it through the intercooler, and I'm hoping that it will come through the lower half and either go into the lower intercooler and fill up, or it will go to the pump, either or fill up this coolant where I can turkey baster it into there. But the main goal is try not to make a mess in the shop, because like I always make mess. So I'm guaranteed a mess, but I prefer a smaller mess to clean up, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna try that theory real quick. So I don't know if you can hear me right now over the air compressor, but IQ 1000. So I didn't really think that would work that well, but now as you can see, now there's a lot more coolant down in the bottom of the tank. Look at that. Hell yeah. All right, please, please, please. Oh, no coolant. Sweet.
Take the Cobra.
I didn't ask.
Oh.
He went to work and I was like, you know, we have a shop. Oh, we have brand new LEDs in here too, and like we don't even use the shop anymore because
the Cobra.
Yeah, the Cobra's blocking it, and I got to drive the 0-turn radius lawnmower too. But we'll slide this guy on. If it will. Anything will, as long as you force it on there. Okay, so now that this is on, I was thinking about doing something like this, so it would go underneath, and it would come up and boom, bada bing, way out of the way. Let me get you guys a better view. Where the hose at? So this way out of the way, and it will connect right back up in here, and you know what? The hose is way out of the way. Here's the belt. We got plenty of room, even if it bounced. There's plenty of clearance. Plenty of clearance. So easier said than done, and then we'll start putting in the coolant again and going from there. Alrighty, so we're going to be adding both of these products into my coolant today. I just plumbed up the entire coolant system. Main goal is I'm hoping that whenever I go to do this, it doesn't cause an air pocket inside the intercooler, because then last time I did, I popped off the lowest left corner of the intercooler to help get the air bubble out and made a little bit of a mess. So hopefully I won't have to do that. I'm hoping I can just put all this in and it should hopefully self-fill, but I don't know. I'm hoping for the best. But I ended up putting black zip ties on here, so now it's hidden. I think I will zip tie this hose up to this one so it's not resting down here on the thermostat, because I don't want this to get hot or melt, which I don't think it will, but plenty of room from the belt attached up there. Very happy. Let's start pouring the stuff in. Ooh. Oh, smells like dog farts or dog breath. This for every quart, I need to add 1 ounce. So the Mustang for the 3.7 is the 12 quart for coolant. That's 12.4, but I'm only going to put in like 12 ounces of this for 12 quarts. Okay, I added my 12 fluid ounces into here, and I filled it up right in the middle, because last time I did fill it up a little bit too much, so I think I'm just going to keep it there. Got some extra since we added more liquid, which makes sense. I'm hoping whenever I turn the car on, this will burble and there's no air bubbles in it. So now I'm going to go quickly start the car, but I'm going to crack the garage so I don't get carbon monoxide poisoning. But let's see if I'm going to have to burp the system, because I really hope not. Here are the weekend cruisers. We're going to go put up the Cobra, and then we'll take out the Mustang to see if the coolant temperatures got any lower. So be back into the Mustang. Alrighty, so after shuffling all the cars in the lawnmower, just sitting outside, it's definitely not 80 degrees outside. It's probably like 100 degrees, or probably high 90s. But I don't know if you guys can see that, but my cylinder head's sitting at 198, which normally would probably be sitting at 295 right now. So it's doing fantastic. I'm really excited to see what this setup does. So we're gonna go pull out to Mexico, then I'll update you guys there.
All right, let's do this.
Second gear. We're gonna build up some more. First gear.
Come on.
after that.
Oh yeah.
How'd that feel?
I feel great, man. It's booging. It's
You got a little faster than last time, huh?
Sheesh. Yeah, the
First gear, we're gonna do a little roll. Highway rolls are cool, but a V6 is only going to be able to keep up with V8 realistically on the street.
Exactly.
It's all about launching, right?
Right.
So that's my main goal with this, is I want to go earn some V8 feelings on the street. Alrighty guys, so I'm back at my house. Weston did leaving, and I forgot to introduce him to the camera, so I apologize. So Weston, if you see this next time, I'll introduce you, so my bad. But we got back to the house. I was watching the temperature, and I didn't really want to record the numbers of the actual temperature of us trying to do this. So what I can say, my predictions going into this, I thought by adding in both of these coolant coolers, I would be expecting the coolant to stay lower, like temperature-wise, which I'm not wrong, or my thought wasn't wrong, but what really happened was it would get up to, it would get up to temperature, but it would start cooling down faster, if that made sense. So like, most of the time when I did pulls, the other thing was when we first hopped in the car, it said it was 80 degrees, and then it jumped up to 105. So when I checked my phone, it said 103. So today was probably the hottest day I've ever done pulls on this setup, and actually pulled it through. And I mean, it still felt really quick, but the cool thing was this time it went up to 221 after a pull, and when I let off, it climbed back down to like 215 very quickly. So I think these additives definitely helped, but they're kind of what you expect. Your coolant's still going to get hot. You are still pushing a setup. Like, it's going to get hot, but it's like, I don't know. It definitely did work. Do I recommend this? Yes, it wouldn't hurt. An extra cooling additive is always good for your setup, and it wasn't that expensive. I want to say each bottle was about like 20 bucks a piece, but I mean, I got them off Amazon, shipped to my house, had it the next day. So didn't have any issues with it. Temperature dropped really well, so I had to bleed it / burp the intercooler to get it to run. And then for the past couple times, whenever I would go to do the coolant thing, the pump wasn't clicking on, and I was like, what is going on, right? And I went over to my fuse box where it's plugged in, and it wasn't plugged in. So I don't know how long my fans have been not plugged in and my water pump's not plugged in. I mean, each time I've gone out and done pulls, it's done fine, but it wasn't plugged in. So now it is plugged in. Now I know they're on, so it's kind of scary. I don't know how long they've been unplugged. Does it help? Yes. Do I recommend it? For the price, can't really beat it. It makes your coolant climb down a lot faster with an inefficient supercharger setup. I don't want to say inefficient temperature-wise. It does not disperse heat very good, but with this, it definitely made it climb down a lot quicker. The other thing was I did remove the hose. Wow, this is actually not even that hot, and I drove this and did those pulls maybe like 20 minutes ago. I re-zip tied it together. I did black zip ties now, so it's less or not as noticeable. I also went on the back side of this coolant hose, so it's a lot more hidden and tucked away. So hopefully we won't ever have that problem again until we go A in lines, but now I know not to do that. So I'm gonna wrap up this video. Do I recommend those two products? Yes, I do. And I look forward to the next video, because actually, I'll let you guys know. So today, what day is today? Today is Wednesday. This upcoming Tuesday, whenever you guys see this video, that morning I'll actually be going to go get this car dynoed. Yeah, so this is the original tune. So I don't even have a tune. I don't even have a tune for the intercooler. So this is like maybe barely any timing, barely anything. So I'm gonna go get this dynoed, see what it's making, because this is the fastest it's ever felt. And then we get to go back with Doug and then do the headers and fuel pump, which I'm so freaking excited for. But we're just waiting on those flow tubes. So if you're not already subscribed, go down, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Ruddy's Rides, out of here.